Well, hello Aries, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. I hope that the first few days of July have been fantastic for you. We are going to do a different kind of a spread for this particular month. It was something I was guided to do, wanting to do something that's a little bit more light. This past month and some change has been crazy. All of you guys know that. All of us have gone through it. All of us have had challenges and have been affected by, shutdowns and everything else in so many different ways. So we're going to do a 9-card spread here. We're going to do some clarifiers, and we're going to pull at least 3 oracles. We'll do more if I'm guided to do it. We're going to go in with the Rebel deck. We're going to go in with the fairies, and we're going to go in with the dragon oracles to get some extra information here. So I hope everybody's doing well. I certainly am looking forward to this next full moon eclipse coming up here. I am really excited that we have the potential to really see our country, here in the U.S. at least, like kind of go through some decent changes. People have maybe had a chance to relax. People have had a chance to maybe say their piece and count to 3. Obviously, there's still a lot of work that we need to do, but, ooh, got another card here, so I know that there'll be an extra one. But, I'm excited, and it took a lot out. We're still going through a couple of those significant retrogrades. Mercury is in retrograde right now. This supports this throat chakra card. We know we got Jupiter that's still in retrograde. We got Saturn that's still in retrograde. Pluto is in retrograde right now. Beg pardon. That is supposed to be the bottom card. Thank you very much. And it's all going to be good. Mercury going in retrograde is really about review and planning and preparing and avoiding major decisions, because you really do need to kind of reflect on some things. Jupiter is really about inner growth, so using the time to reconsider ideas and beliefs, really opportunity for self-improvement and brainstorming for the things that you need to have. Saturn being in retrograde is still supporting reviewing different goals. It is definitely about slowing down and overcoming some different challenges, and then making sure that where you need to, you're setting up boundaries. Sometimes people give their power away and they don't even realize it, just by going with the flow, so to speak, what everybody else is doing, and that's not necessarily what's right for you. So we're going to talk about what's the past energy. There we go. And then we're going to talk about the future energy. And ooh, I love this. This is fabulous. And so at the bottom of the deck, what we have here is Stand Your Ground. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that up here with my oracle pieces, and I'm going to pull the oracle pieces so that I can have space on the table as we get into it. Let's go in with the dragon. We have the Sun card. We have Deception and Envy. We have Transformation. We have financial and material changes. We've got Intuition with the High Priestess. We've got Rejoicing and Celebration. We've got Accelerated Motion with our Throat Chakra. We are getting past some conflict and defeat, but we definitely have Sun and the Star here with our future. So what do our little dragons have to say? I'll put that one off to the side. And then we're going to go in with our beautiful little fairies. What do our fairies want to share with us based on this mix of cards here for our Aries here in the month of July? As I'm pulling those, and I'm just finishing talking about the retrograde pieces, Pluto with us being in it is really talking about insight and really purging your old habits and addictions where you have them. Declutter your life is basically the end-all be-all of what that means. Whatever that means for you, this is the opportunity that the universe gives everyone in order to try to get into those aspects of our ability to do those things. And so you totally should. All right, so we're going to go in with our Rebel deck too. And then I'll go ahead and we'll get into the read here and pull everything together for our Aries for July 2020. Still got a lot of major energies going, but we're going to get there. All right. Okay, my friends, here we go. So you obviously can see and you heard the cards that I pulled out, but let's go ahead and talk about what they are. So right now, Aries, what we have for you in your current position, your present energy, the energy that's around you, the energy that's with you is the Hope card. I love that. It's a huge major arcana card. And the Hope card is, in essence, the same as the Star card. So this is wishes. This is a reminder to use your intuition, the language of your soul, reach out for your goals. There's, you know, faith, healing, aspirations, and success here for you. So that's where your current energy is, okay? Now, in the second position, what we have is actually something that's a strength. And so for the Seven of Swords to show up in the deception and envy really is showing that you have some awareness. That's what I'm picking up right now. You have some awareness. This doesn't necessarily have to be you, but energy that's in your particular area. But that you are aware of something that was going on is a huge thing, because now that you're aware of the situation, you can try to take the next step, right? So the area that we have here for the third card is really hidden influences or some weaknesses that you might not be aware of. So let's just call them hidden influence. And there's some transformations that are definitely coming. You don't know about them at this particular moment, but that's okay. But that's why we do tarot. It's because you get an opportunity to kind of see the potentials of what's going to happen for you. Now, this read is going to be a little bit interesting. We're going to go in with element energy here. So we have in our fourth position the energy of air, which is really mental thought process. It can sometimes deal with communication. But in this particular air area, what we have is the financial and material changes are coming. And so this is the Five of Pentacles, if you're looking at it in a traditional sense. And so the air energy is making you aware that there's some changes that you should be contemplating within your personal finance at this particular moment. Now, I find this very interesting. The fire element for you, passion, creativity, action, right, is the High Priestess herself. This is intuition. This is seriously Virgo moon energy when it comes to that thought process. And I bring that up because there's so much information here that is heavy with knowing, that I think that's something that you should take a serious look into. If you're not aware of your chart, maybe take a look at it, okay? Now, when we get into the Earth position, this is Earth and energy. This is realistic, okay? Physical aspects, practical aspects, and right now your throat chakra, you're being cautioned. No, they said not cautioned. You're being gently asked to speak your piece, your throat chakra, right? Because the Eight of Wands energy is here for accelerated motion. So get your thoughts together so that you can get the energy of what it is that you need to speak out, okay? Eight of Wands, accelerated motion when it comes to, physical communication, realistic aspect of what's going to happen here. Now, in the water element, what we have is, and the water element obviously is emotions. It's your relationships and your sensibilities, right? So what we do have here is that there is some rejoice and celebration, which is great. So if you thought some of these other components might have been just a little bit heavy because there's some things coming towards you, then don't worry about it, because your water element is all about rejoicing and celebration and the coming together of a couple of different people, for sure. It can be a party. Not necessarily, I mean, it can be a party, but it definitely is an opportunity for you to take the opportunity to, like I said, rejoice in celebration with people. Take those small victories as they come is basically what I'm trying to say, because the smaller victories and your appreciation for them create more opportunities for more energy, okay? I totally forgot to turn my timer over. Well, we'll just see how we do. Sorry. Now, we have past energy here. This past energy is still working its way through what's getting ready to happen for you this month. So this past energy looked like there was some conflict and defeat, that maybe you didn't necessarily combat all the way, or that you combated it to such a point that it just, it shook you to the point where you know where you're at now with your present situation, with your strengths. But the reason why the cards show up is because it's still something that's in your influence that's carrying itself over. Having had said that, the future card, this is the 9th card. This is the Sun card, you guys. This is the best card in the entire deck to get. It's talking about your vitality and your self-expression. This is huge. So you do have some huge knowledge that's coming. You have some huge knowledge of what it is that you can potentially influence. Now, I'm going to go back to the transformation card, the Scorpio Major Arcana card here. This is the Death card. But the Death card is nothing to be scared of. It just means that there's some hidden influences. And what I'm seeing here very clearly with everything put together is you've gone through some conflict and defeat. You've gotten to the point where you've gotten your thought processes back together to support what's going on here with your star, with what it is that you want. And you are definitely aware of some of the craziness that happened in the past. And if you haven't spoken up about it, that's fine. You are not necessarily a deceitful person if you have information that you're holding close to your heart. But sometimes you need to, like, you know what I say, keep your enemies close. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. If you're aware of a piece of information, don't just keep that information that you have right now, because that's going to be supportive for you coming down the line. And like I said, when your earth element here, this is realistic. Your throat chakra is going to be going very, very quickly. So if somebody did you dirty in the past month, and it took you a minute to kind of get your stuff together, you are going to come out victorious from whatever it is that showed up for you. Now, this financial and material change that's showing up here in the communication, this is really just your ability to kind of change that thought process. And there are 5 5s on the board. 5 5 5. 5 5 5 definitely does support financial and material changes. If you Google that kind of combination, most of those signs are going to tell you that 5 5 5 definitely means that there's change, but it does mean that there's something that's getting eclipsed out of your energy so that it can bring in something better. So don't fear this. Count the blessings that you do have now, so that more can come towards you, okay? I want to go in right now and I want to take a look at the first oracle that popped up for us before I go and I do a second layer. So the oracles of the dragon is really talking about spread your belongings, your warmth, and your oneness, and then bring people everywhere together. So this is the innate ability with this orange dragon energy to bringing soul families and communities together. So I really think that that's something that is in your thought process, trying to kind of bring everybody back together, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like I said, the bottom of the deck card that you have here was stand your ground. And stand your ground just basically means make sure that you're maintaining who you are as an individual and what it is that you're bringing to the table. And that's an awesome thing. And that's the reason why the Sun card is here, is because you're able to stand your ground through what's getting ready to happen for you over this next month. So I'm going to go in with one more quick oracle before I do the spread. And this is the Oracle of the Fairies. And they're talking about music. Okay, so listen carefully, because there's going to be a message in maybe the music that you hear. This happens to me a lot. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and then charm the fairies to your door. How many times have you been down the road driving or doing something and the same song keeps coming on over and over and over again? That is Spirit's way sometimes of trying to get you to listen to the lyric of a song or the title of a song or something like that. They're trying to get your attention with the repetitive piece of it, because there's a piece of information that's in there that you need to know, okay? Now, what I'm going to do now is just get a quick clarifier for each of these different cards before we hit our final oracle, and then if I'm called to do anything else, I will. But I would like to find out for our Aries here, let's move these down just a little bit. I'm going to start with the past. I'm being nosy right now. What aspect of the past can they use to their advantage here in this month of July, please? This energy is still with us. Ooh, we got 2. So let's go ahead and take them both. All right, so we had the 3 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. All right, so the 2 of Cups potentially could have been a what's the word? A contract change in business. It could have been a contract change in business between 2 partners. It definitely could have been a conflict with a relationship. You know, the Two of Cups is the bringing together of the like minds of people. So there might have been a little bit of a something that was going on there. But with the Three of Wands that shows up right next to it, it is that you recognize that you had a challenge, but this Three of Wands showing up here is talking about the progression of moving forward, and the progression of moving forward into something that you know is going to lead you to those ships that are coming in. So I guess I can appreciate that for what it is. Okay, let's go in and talk about this weakness. Let's talk about this Death card, this transformation for our Aries for the month of July. What can we uncover with this hidden information for this transformation, please? Nope, just want one. I mean, if you're going to give me more than one, that's fine. But can we start with one, please? Death is nothing to be afraid of. Transformation is nothing to be afraid of. It cannot be feared because, you know, you can't stay in one place forever. You can't do the same thing forever. You've got to be able to continue to change and grow. So it's actually a very beautiful card that shows up here. The other one that freaks people out sometimes is the Tower, when it really shouldn't be. That's just unexpected change that was coming. Is there anything else you want to tell me? Yep, there it is. There we go. Hey, we got the Two of Wands energy. So you're going to be presented with an opportunity to make a decision. Okay? And this opportunity to make this decision, I think it's going to be something completely different than what you were doing before. Okay. Let me hit the fire. This intuition. Let's hit this fire. Let's hit the intuition with the High Priestess. What other knowledge can the High Priestess talk to us about as far as this action is concerned? We know that there's a choice that's getting ready to be made. There it is. The Knight of Coin. So the Knight of Coin is going to be, this is definitely using your intuition with regards to your finance. So like I said, if something was going on before and structure in the past came forward and it had to have you change kind of where you're at with your mental thought process with financial and material change, you're aware of it. You're being invited to use your passion and your creativity and take action on doing what it is that you need to do. Now, the Knight of Coins shows up very, very quickly to let you know that something is going to support you. Okay? All right. So there's that. Let's find out about this material and financial changes. What else do we need to know about the Five of Pentacles here? Counting your blessings for the things that you do have currently, regardless of whatever kind of change shows up, is going to support any person. Because I can already see it. It's like you got a new job opportunity, I think is what's going on here. I think that's what that accelerated communication is coming from. Come on now. They're telling me to slow down and shuffle. Okay. The Dude abides. Up. All of them? No, they said just the top one. Okay. Hey, so yeah, Three of Coins. So with it being presented in reverse here, what it's talking about, and I think again, this is coming from like an old business deal or basically a separation of two parties is basically what I'm going to say. The Three of Coins here is out of sync with being in collaboration, which would have something to do with the financial and material changes. Is there anything else on that particular card? Because I don't like to play with people's money. What else do we need to know about the financial? Nope, they said nope. They said talk about it later. I'm like, okay. Well, let's find out. This Deception and Envy card that's in their energy as far as their strength. What can our Aries do to use this information? There's some secret information that they have. How can they use it to the best of their advantage? There it is. The Star. So So whatever it is that you are contemplating currently, because this is the Star card, whatever it is that is in your present, how you're feeling about it right now, it definitely, you're thinking about, you already have some level of awareness of some of the different things that are getting ready to happen. This is going to propel you. Like I said, that's not a card for you to use, meaning, you know, having an ace up your sleeve. When it's time to reveal it, you're going to reveal it. The other thing about this intuition card that I'm getting with this Knight of Coin, yeah, you're feeling, and well, it's showing itself in reverse here. So what this is just sharing with me is the fact that the Nine of Wands is that position of, is setting boundaries. You let somebody in that kind of cross your boundaries a little bit. That's the issue. So the Knight of Wands is the ability to think of it in a couple of aspects of, like, you know, recognizing how far you've come from a problem, and then you're taking that step forward with all of those other rods behind you, and you're just kind of standing there going, okay, I've been there, I've done that, it's time to do the next thing, which marries on here with the Three of Wands also being an action card to say that I'm getting ready to go do this next step. The other thing it does talk about is being at a point where you have not set boundaries, or you let somebody cross your boundaries. And in a spiritual sense, you're not necessarily using your spiritual gifts. And that needed to be said, and I had to break it down that way, because somebody's not using the spiritual gifts the way that they know they have. So if your mind gets clouded with thoughts that do not belong to you, energy that does not belong to you, then you're not going to be able to receive the divine data that it is that you're supposed to receive in the way that you're supposed to receive it. So that's just another way to think about that card. Let's talk about this accelerated motion here in our earth element. Hey, Eight of Swords. Hello, Eight of Swords. So what I see positively about this, realistically, you're going to start opening up your throat chakra. You're going to start talking about a lot of different things. And although it didn't present itself in the past, the Eight of Swords does recognize the fact that there has been at some point either a thought process, I'm going to explain it three ways, either a thought process where you felt like you were bound and you couldn't move forward. The other way to think about it is that you were bound, but you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, knowing that you can move forward because there's really nothing there. It's all an illusion. The other way to read it is that if you saw the traditional card, it would be the gal with her hands kind of behind her back loosely and the fold over her eyes. That is receiving information from divine. You're not using your natural eyes. You're using the eyes of divine. You're being kind of tapped in on a spiritual level so that you can kind of like break free. So that is really like taking the steps from your guidance, from your higher self, your spirit guides, your ancestors, however you connect to that level of spiritual or universality, however you want to call it for you. This is a good combination. I'm going to actually go in with one more card with this Eight of Swords. I like this. I like it a lot. There it is. Yeah, we got the Ten of Cups. See, this is badass right here. So, yes, everything that you have wanted to say, you're about ready to say it. And it's going to bring you to a point where you are going to be fulfilled because you have said and you've broken free of this self-imposed limitation that you kind of thought you had on yourself right now. I'm really excited about that one. I'm really excited about that one for you. But let's go ahead and move on because I want to see what's going on in our water element for you, Aries. We got the Rejoice and Celebration card. What else? Okay, hello. We have the Ace of Wands, and I'm supposed to be reading this upright. That's what they said. So the Ace of Wands coming in is the ability to have the ultimate clarity in cutting through any situation that has been bothering you, bogging you down, clouding your judgment, clouding your communication. So the Ace of Wands also is kind of a double-edged sword, though. So when it comes to a party or a celebration or a group of people getting ready to come back together, whether it's a group of friends, girlfriends party, or a lunch date or a business luncheon or something like that, what you're being cautioned to do here, even though this is a great card, wield that sword with ease and grace. Wield it gently because the Ace of Swords is really a double-edged sword, okay? You can use it cleanly and smoothly and just, let everybody know what's up without being a jack-a-hole, or you could do the opposite. you could really chop some people down. So you just have to really watch how it is that you say it. But I really truly feel that this is the clarity that's going to be coming towards you with a new opportunity that's showing up. I really feel that somebody's getting ready to take a new contract or a new job. I do want to get another informational piece here, and I was asking before the question could come out, was the star card. It's the Page of Wands. So abso-freaking-lutely, you got the 1, 2, and the 3 on the board here. Some of you are getting ready to receive an offer. So the Page of Wands is is exactly just that. It's newness. It's the opportunity of something new that's getting ready to show up for you. It's the brand new development of something. It's a brand new energy of something. So some of you are getting ready to have a new job. So congratulations to you. Now, what else do we need to know about this Sun card? Like I said, it's a vitality and it is self-expression. So what else do we need to know about this Leo energy that's coming up here? This is consciousness, and it's also, like I said, it's extreme positivity. There is success and fame that's associated with this card. No, there it is. It's buried in here. Look at this. You got the freaking sun on the sun. You guys, Aries, you guys are in great shape. I am really sorry that you had to go through some shenanigans back in June, but you got the sun on the sun. You can't make this shit up. Oh my God, this is fabulous. I love it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go in with our last Oracle deck and we're going to wrap this up. So the Rebel Oracle deck is saying take a shot. Don't take 12, take 1. Okay, maybe 2, move on. So what this means is I believe very, very strongly, I'm just going to wrap this back up. You are going to be hearing something over and over and over again that is going to be like the kicker for you to use as a communication piece. I don't have the song in my head. I don't know any of that stuff. None of that presented itself to me. But listen carefully also to communications that are around you. I'm not saying spy on people, but if you continue to hear the same theme of conversation, that's something that is for you. And then when you do have this turn of events that happens here within the, because this is for a month, I specifically said for the next 30 days or a month, okay, then there's going to be an opportunity to bring families and communities together. Now, it is talking about bringing soul families and communities together. So for you spiritual based, my starseeds, my, my light workers, you are going to be asked to make sure that you appreciate these particular components. And then when you get towards the section where the sun card shows up for you, again, make sure that you're spread belongings, warmth, and oneness, and then bringing people everywhere together is going to be something that helps you. But the reason that it's already here is because you are already standing your ground. And then the bottom of the clarifying deck, look at that. It's the 10 of Wands, you guys. It's laying down of all of the burdens that have just been hanging on to you. You're laying it down. So you're going to move from the 7 of Wands to definitely the 10 of Wands, laying any burden down that has been holding you back and kind of carried over. The month looks really, really, really good. Okay, I'm told to pull a Lightworker card. So we're going to do that. Which, oh, okay, we're going to first go in with the Sacred Geometry card, Aries. We're going to grab one of these. Woo! Hello! Hey, look at that! I love how this all comes together. So we have the card number 39, which reduces down to 3. 12 to 2 to 3. Okay, grounding and anchoring and staying grounded. So the fact that the standing your ground showed up here, and the reason why you're able to turn this corner is because you have the power within you to do this. You definitely need to make sure that you're doing your grounding and your anchoring practices. So grounding and anchoring can be something as simplistic as walking outside on the earth in your shoes and socks, or without your shoes and socks, right? Just walking on the grass. It can be going to a stream. It can be just taking a bath. Just total quiet, no noise, no interruptions from people. It can be going into deeper meditation. But it is saying that at some point within your day, you need to make sure that you're going in and that you are doing some deeper grounding. And they said that they want these ones. Okay. Oh, how did I mess that up? Oh, I see. There's 2. Okay. Sorry. And Lightworker card. Okay. Aries. July. There we go. Star Child. Now, I have very rarely pulled a Star Child card, so just bear with me for a second because I do want to grab my corresponding booklet and see what's up with this one. I love the beauty of this card, though. Look at that, right? You see all the planets and all these beautiful things, like the 5 hands that are showing up there along with the 8s. That talks to me. Okay, so the light of the stars exists within you. The earth wants you to share that light with humanity. You're asked to understand that you are meant to be here, that you have spiritual work to accomplish. See, I told you. Give up the idea that you belong somewhere else to another home in the stars, though. Instead, let the starlight of your inner being shine here on earth, where it shall make much more of a positive difference for the entire world. Fall in love with Earth's beauty. She can and will support you in all ways. So if you've been thinking about being somewhere else, doing something else, make sure that you're grounding yourself. Ground yourself here on Earth. Grounding and anchoring. The challenge for your star-seeded soul is to accept its human beings as they are without despairing over their darker side. So you got to get over this jackahole who did you wrong and asking to go back home to the stars, because you need to be here. The different pieces of humanity need you to be here. I will give you an invocation. You don't have to follow along, or if you want to, you can just say, and so it is at the end, and this will be for you as well. But basically, they're saying that there's 3 truths that will help you to embrace your journey on this planet. And firstly, you carry the purity of your star ancestry in your heart. You can return through meditation or relaxation at any time. So you often return to your star-born home during your sleep time. That's not uncommon. Secondly, you're so filled with love that you are capable of loving all that are on this planet. You have compassion even for those who are very wounded and fearful, and at times act out in ways of violence, cruelty, and ignorance. Thirdly, as a star-seeded being, you have the special resources for your journey here on Earth. Your every spiritual request and need will be met with a loving team of helpers. You get to have a lot of fun in your healing mission if you choose to do so. It doesn't only have to be hard work, though of course, my goodness, where's my glasses? Sometimes it will be. Just remember that the stars shine with joy in the sky and can shine as a star with joy upon this earth. You can do this. This is your nature. This is a part of your life mission. I call upon the star wisdom of my own spirit and ask that my love, light, power, presence, protection, and assistance shine forth for the highest good. May I shine divine beauty and joy in my life now and always. I feel a deep and true connection to my spirit, to the earth and the universe. May love flow through me according to its own intelligence and healing wisdom to all beings upon earth through divine grace and my own will. So be it, so be it, so be it. It is done. Okay, Aries, I hope that was extremely helpful for you. I consider this to be a little bit lighter. It came out a little bit longer than I thought, but you had some really good stuff going on in here. If this resonated with you, give it a like, consider a share, and subscribe so that you can see some of the other signs that I post up. Obviously, I didn't say that this was just for your moon, your rising, or your ascendant, but those are the components that will fit for this Aries read. If you are aware of your other star signs, and it would be probably supportive for you to get some of the commonalities out of both, and that's how you do it. If you cross-watch, make sure that you're grabbing the common theme that could be presented in each of the different areas, and then, use your own discernment, but that's probably spirit really trying to talk to you and put that information into your brain that this is something that's considered. Otherwise, it looks as though everything is going to come out for you. We've all had to go through some craziness, but it looks like you're getting ready to come out on top, especially with double suns at the end. Come on, you guys. Seriously, you are going to be completely fine. Thank you, Lightworker. Thank you, Starseed, for whatever it is that you do for us on this planet. With that, I want to say thank you very much, and we will talk to you soon. Bye for now.